Hey everybody, hope you're doing good. It is sometime during the summer of 2025, and it is unbelievably hot here in Middle Georgia. Been working on a couple of things and just trying to stay on top of stuff. We've got an influx of projects that came in, and we are just buried, and we're trying to uncover ourselves and dig our way out. So. Got a really cool one. I have never worked with stainless as far as welding it. We've got a TIG, and I've always wanted to learn. I know how to TIG weld, TIG braze, and TIG weld carbon steel, but I've never done anything with stainless. And we had a local restaurant ask us to make some countertops for their restaurant, and so we're working on those, and it's been pretty interesting. So let me turn the camera around, show you what we've got, and we'll go from there. So this is a crude makeup of it. This is made out of some 20 gauge steel, and you've got your 20-inch top, your 2-inch drop, the 7 3/4, and then the 3-inch. So you end up with this T-shape. Whoops, there you go. And the way it will work, this will fit over a wall, and these legs will fasten to each side of the wall. This will be the top tray for a pass-through window where they're gonna serve food out. And in between here, we'll have some stiffeners to strengthen these edges so that it won't flop on us. So that's what we've got to build, but we've got to build it out of stainless, and we've got to build it 13 foot long. So that'll be fun. So we're building this out of 16 gauge stainless steel, and it's got to be a little over 13 feet long. So I know I'm going to have to do some welding on it, putting multiple pieces together. My brake will only bend 4-foot pieces. So I'm going to end up having to bend basically 4 pieces to do it. And after looking at the 16 gauge stainless, I don't think I can actually bend it all in one piece like I wanted to, where it's like I did with the carbon steel. That one of the edges rolled some, and I need it to be fairly crisp. So I think what we're going to do is break it down into 3 components. So you have the 2-inch rise and the 20-inch top, and then you'll have a 1-inch drop, the 7 3/4 inside, and then the 3-inch down legs. It'll be 3 pieces per section, and we're probably going to do it in 2 sections. With overhang and everything, I think we figured 159 inches. It's like 13 foot, 2.5 inches. So we got to work on that. So let me see if I can find somebody who can help me out, and we'll go from there. Stick around. Okay, so I've been making some phone calls, and I found a shop in Roberta, Georgia, that's about 15 miles from here, that can bend the 16 gauge stainless for me. And they've got a brake that's 10 foot, but as long as it's at least 8 foot, we can make the 2 sections. So go get the steel and get it to them so that they can break it. That's the plan. All right, y'all, so A&W Machine Works and Fabrication out of Roberta, Georgia helped me out. They did a great job. Dropped the metal off to them around 10 o'clock, and by like 1:30, they already had these cut and broke. I've got 2 of these, 20 inches by with the 2-inch lips, and then 4 of these. So, yeah, we're ready to start putting it together. Okay, so this is the pieces. These are the pieces for the overall countertop. This is going to be the top. It is 20 inches wide and it's 2 inches tall. And then these are gonna be the underside of it. These are 7 3/4 inches from here to here. You've got a 1 inch drop and a 3 inch drop here. And let me show you how this is supposed to look when it's all put together. This is the inside of the tabletop. So I've got your 2 inch risers. We've got 2 inch strapping here. And right now it's just tacked in. We've got to go back and weld it in solid. But if you look, I've left a gap right here. So what'll happen, we're welding these in solid, and then the other section, that 1 inch leg, will drop in right here. We'll run a bead along here, and then we'll run beads, welds right in here, tacking the down leg to these. So that should stiffen it up. And yeah, so we're getting it figured out. So I told you that I had a TIG welder. This is the machine I've got. It's an Eastwood, not sponsored by them. TIG 200 DC. Works absolutely fabulous on carbon steel, things like that. I can't use it for aluminum because it's not AC/DC, but it's a nice little machine. It's taken a little while to get it figured out for the stainless. Like I said, I've never worked with stainless, so I'm having a little bit of trouble. It reacts way different than carbon steel. You can see I've done a lot of cleaning to be able to get it. So we wire brushed it with stainless steel brushes, and then we came back and used alcohol to clean all the oils out of it, let it dry, and then started our welding. So everything here is tacked. We've got to run finish welds on it, and then we can start putting pieces together. Little tool thing. I had a shop tell me that if you knew what you were doing, you didn't need these, but this thing's actually cool. I have some kids that come in and help me, and they've left bottles on before, my son included. And so if you don't see red, it's closed. If you do see red, well, this one's not. Come on, there it goes. Red means it's open. So I can close it. And you know, they weren't that expensive, and so it helps me remind my son and others who come and use the shop to make sure the gas is shut off. All right, let's get back to it. It's kind of an idea of how it's going to fit together. So we'll run a bead right down here, and then we'll put the two pieces together. We'll run a bead around there, joining the two pieces together, polish it out. It'll be ready to install. This is the project. So it's a countertop. There's a knee wall that this fits over, so the wall will come up in here, rest up against here. We've got gussets on each side to strengthen it, but most of it came out good. I'm okay. It's got a little bit of ripple, like, I don't know if you can see it, the camera's gonna pick it up, but there's a dip right here. I'm not as bad worried about that as I am this. Y'all see how bad it's dipped right here? Let me get a straight edge. All right, so that's not that bad, but you come back right in there, it gets massive. Massive. And there it starts feathering back out. What do y'all think?